It explains how you get your new clothes.
Which is the important part.
Exactly.
It doesn't explain how he lost some of his muscle mass and some of his chin, though. Yes, the phrase is just blank for now. So you two have to find a text box that's just blank.
I think.
That sounds like glitch territory. I'm gonna scoot the DOS box window a little to the right. Okay. Oh, I have the wrong game icon here on my stream. Turn that off. And this is attaching to the Twitch chat, which is not where I'm streaming to anymore. So I guess I just center this and call it a day. I should probably keep the YouTube chat on screen just in case someone actually takes a look there. Okay. Well, I think I'm as set up as I'm going to be.
Still holding out hope that Miller or Swim Fan will show up.
Oh,
We can always try atting them.
Come in late. I did.
Okay.
I'll just tell them that they're free to come in late.
Sounds good.
Free to come in to save us if we're both stumped on finding a line.
We're starting with the easy ones, anyways, right? That's how.
That's up to you.
Well, I find
you are the master, and we are your puppets.
I find when I do quizzes on things, and I say this is the easy one, those are the ones that nobody ever gets.
Yeah, the things that are supposed to be easy tend to be things where if you don't know it, it's not clear how to figure it out.
Let me just get a timer up here.
Yeah, simple does not always mean easy.
My life split has not been updated in 2 years. I'm not updating it now. All right, gentlemen. Well, I guess it's just you two for now, at least. We'll see how the night progresses. You both were in the Quest for Glory 1 scavenger hunt that we did previously.
I think that's
going
right.
to be similar, but I had way too many lines that I found for Quest for Glory 2. So instead, I'm sectioning them off, and today's section is Thief.
Okay.
It's only going to be Thief stuff, and even this is sectioned off into 2 parts. The first part that we're doing is Shapir, and then we have Frasir separate.
Okay.
So
Are all
until
of
I
these
tell
Thief
you,
exclusive?
they're not necessarily Thief exclusive, but they are mostly like you never need to play as a different character, and everything that you need is by starting as a Thief.
And you would not need to take, say, magic in order to get any of these lines.
Correct. I'm just double checking that. Yes. Magic is not needed.
Okay.
Yeah, I will let you know when we're going to Rasir. And from that point on, all the lines will be in Rasir later.
Okay.
Do you have a save for us prepared, or
No.
I've never done elemental skip before, so I'm just gonna have to try to play the game really fast.
Well, yeah.
I
we have a lot of
vaguely
tests
know
leading up to it. So
Okay.
you're allowed to use any saves that you create during this for any of that, and that includes the Shapir
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
So we have time. that's part of why I'm separating these. Is say you have time to play the game for the first part. If you don't know, if you can't even think of how a certain line goes, you can just go and make some saves instead.
Yeah, I've done that in the past.
David says, I hope this ends up being a gateway to Quest for Glory 2 EGA 100% runs. We'll see. We'll see. You definitely need some Thief 100% knowledge to do this. I hope you guys know how to play Thief in 2.
I'm pretty sure I'm aware of all the Fifi stuff.
I would certainly feel more comfortable doing it as, VGA. But I'll figure it out probably. Like, I in principle know the things that exist. I may not know the details of how to execute any of it.
That's all right.
And I especially
I
am
did-
going to be guessing as to which synonym of the verb that needs to be done needs to be selected.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and get started now. Yep, you guys can start on the new hero screen, although we know who the hero is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can go ahead to the character screen so you can set your stats. That's fine too.
Okay.
All right. The first line is, you have to roll it up before you can unroll it. And you may begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. To pick some stats. Is training pick locks easy in this game? I don't know. I'm gonna say
you're free to
stealth is
pick your
probably pretty
nose,
bad.
because that's only a 40.
Okay, let's try.
I don't know how much it trains. Like, I mean, it trains it as a 40 check, I guess, is that.
Okay, so what's the phrase again?
I just realized I did a dumb thing.
You have to roll it up before you can unroll it.
Okay.
No, let's just do this again.
It's okay. Crow's still on the first screen, so you can restart.
Alright.
I'm sure David is playing along in his mind
Yeah.
and has already gotten the line done.
I think it's time to sell some beards.
Yeah, that was the thing that I should have started doing.
It's pretty nice how they the GOG release of this game gave us the version that was not that didn't have that patched out.
Yeah. Indeed.
I was when I was taking notes for this, I noticed that was patched out, and I'm like, oh, I'm looking at the wrong version. I had to go back and double check everything.
Oops, wrong side. Alright, this is better now. Oh, no, except I'm making the exact same mistake again. This is just perfect, is what this is. This way, right? Okay, we're gonna do better this time. This way, there we go.
Okay. Do you have the phrase like post it in the
I can.
Twitch,
I'm fine with saying it.
not the Twitch, the
It's kind
Discord
of annoying.
chat.
It's kind of annoying for me to put that there because I'm having to look at the
Oh.
Discord videos. But
Oh, okay.
again,
Well, that's okay. So it's
you have to roll it up before you can unroll it.
have to roll it up before you can unroll it. Okay. Okay.
I'm fine with saying it as many times as you need.
Okay.
And don't forget to make a lot of saves because you never know where you're going to need to be next.
Yeah. What was it? Did I?
Okay. So now what? I can teleport, so that's good. And let's see, so going west. No, yeah, west is probably the way to go. Okay.
You know where the money changer is.
I know where it is on the map. I don't know how to get there. But I have a
You
map,
can't just follow
so
it.
I can just figure that out that way. Yeah.
So someone said something, and I didn't read it, and I don't remember what the line is, and I need to know what the line is.
You have to roll it up before you can unroll it.
Not that line. The line that I did not read that somebody said. And so we're just gonna do this again.
Okay.
It's fine. There's nobody. We don't have the usual crowd to put me out of my misery this time. All right, let's try this again.
It's just a 1v1.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah. Okay.
is
There we go. Why did that not work?
is that a thing? Is oil a thing you can get in this game?
Yeah, you can get it from the apothecary.
Apothecary, okay. So weird for the game to let you walk around during text boxes.
Only if you click. If you're just using the keyboard, you get stuck there.
Oh, that's interesting.
Really?
That's not very high expense on that. Okay.
Oh, right.
He just ran right in.
Yeah. I forgot about the one detail.
That too.
It's right. It's right. It's right. It's right. We got this. We got this. We got this.
Okay. So there's that.
Okay. Okay.
I don't really need this. Okay, so I'm gonna say.
Oh, Swim Fan had work come up. He's not going to be here.
Oh.
Saturday night work. Ugh.
Okay. All right. Read me the line one more time.
You have to roll it up before you can unroll it.
Oh, I see.
How do I?
There we go.
There you go. Okay, Reynold got it.
Okay.
He was standing. There's 2 rugs in the room, and he was standing.
Yeah.
It
Took me a second to realize what was going on there.
I'm assuming you do know where that one was, Crow.
Yeah, I remember part of the robbery for the first robbery is rolling up the carpet so you can get at a trap door. So I assume you would just try to put it back whenever it's not already put.
Yeah, it's just unroll it before you've rolled it up.
Yeah. But I need to somehow pass a huge amount of game time in order to get there.
You just sleep until night.
But doesn't it have to be midnight exactly?
Yes, there's an option to sleep for just 1 hour in your room.
Really?
You can also just like hop back and forth between different places on the map. That also passes the time.
Okay.
As I understand, that's an essential part of the elemental skip that I don't know how to do.
Yeah, I know that's a mechanic. I didn't realize it was particularly much. Okay, you are getting tired. Okay.
The next line is, I love a good thieves' tool.
Well, come on! How could it not be that one? There's nothing funky about the spelling, punctuation, or capitalization of that, is there?
No. It's what it sounds like.
Did you say you were posting the lines somewhere?
No, I haven't. It's
okay.
The line is just, I love a good thieves' tool.
Okay.
Oh. I forgot that was the thing that would happen this game day. There we go.
There you go. Crow got it.
What was it?
Ask Dinarzad about tools.
Oh, okay.
There might be a lot of ask-abouts.
Sure, yeah.
It's extremely expansive in this game, and most characters have like at least 20 different responses.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
It's good to keep in mind. David said, this is one that I do not believe I've ever seen.
What percentage of these would you say come from Dinarzad?
Come from Dinarzad? And this list, that was the only one.
The only one?
That was the only one.
I mean, she's going to be indirectly related to some of the other things too.
Specifically for Thief. I might have some on a different day.
That's fair.
She has most of her responses to things are innuendo.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
If you ever need to know that one in the future. The next line is, wasn't the purpose of breaking in to steal something?
What? Okay.
I think that these are even stumping David.
Okay, let's see if I actually remember where the first break-in is even located. think it's this way.
Oh! Was this it?
You're close. That's not technically. Well,
Come on, the text is on the screen. Okay,
yeah, I know,
okay.
I know, but it has to be the encompassing of the entire box. So I didn't
Okay.
realize. I think I did realize that one, but I chose the lesser. That means you're on the right track.
Okay, so this is the one. Is that not a thing?
You only really oil like cabinet hinges.
Okay.
You don't have to oil the door.
And is that you, Kamar? No. Okay. And quite that slow. What? Why not? Sure.
I like your thinking, Crow.
There's a problem I frequently have on these scavenger hunts is I get an idea, I try it, it doesn't work. Then I'm like, well, that was my only idea.
Well, like I'm saying, you are clearly on the right track because the
Right.
ones did show up.
It's definitely a strong hint. The problem is that I'm not thinking of any other leads yet. Well.
Let's resolutely do that. Okay. Okay.
Do I have to do that? Okay, must be a random chance.
What, moving? That is a strength check.
Right. I mean, getting caught.
Oh, I think it's after 4 times specifically.
Well, let's see. Is it a hard check or? Oh,
Pretty different. It's 60, 60. So
okay.
yeah,
Well, I got lucky there.
You can do it with luck.
No, not that one.
Yes, I do. It's just not a sensible one.
That's pretty great. Seeing Crow and Reynault type the same things together in different rooms.
That's awesome.
Nope. No control during that. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that one counted.
You move
I
it
guess
on the
it's a
third
separate.
time.
Yeah, it's a must be a separate check. The second time around. Hmm.
So much squeaking.
Stop stepping on mice.
I like that I can bring up the text if I want to look at it again.
Well, think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that one some more.
Yeah.
All right, I think I may just call it because you did get the text to show up on the sort.
I did, but is this a pity
It-
point?
I mean, not really. It's just you're not using the right verb. Do you want that to be your hint and try it some more?
A little bit, but unfortunately, I'm having trouble thinking of other verbs to try.
Well, you just did it, but
Right, yeah. It's like that,
No,
and
it is that one.
oh,
There you
okay.
go. You needed a noun after that. Okay. Crow, that was at the armorer.
Okay.
Oh,
Sneak into the armory and then try to bargain with nobody.
but that so I didn't think of that because buy didn't work, and I just assumed.
It's specifically bargain. That is a different word than buy.
Okay.
Okay.
Wasn't the purpose of breaking in to steal something, trying to bargain for something instead. What what Renault found was that if he said arm wrestle, then it says there's nobody here to arm wrestle with. Wasn't the purpose of breaking in to steal something. As all one line. So there were separate lines of text, but they both said the same thing.
Well, I accept my pity point.
Oh, you're good. You got it. You figured that one out. Crow was unfortunately at the first.
Sure, yeah.
First break in the whole time.
Yeah, I actually don't know how to trigger the second one.
You can just go to Issuers after dark.
Really?
Yep.
I thought I thought it was like only one day of the entire calendar, based off of Dinarzad's meddling. The would be the only day the door would be unlocked. It would be not barred. That was my recollection. Apparently, I'm wrong.
That's just the house. Ether shop. You can break in whenever you want to.
Okay.
All right. The next line is, "The wind is blowing such that it is hard to balance against it. Even I have troubles on such a day."
Okay.
Okay.
Apparently, Dinarzad doesn't actually want that tea service she told me to steal. Whatever.
I don't like her fencing things with her is a little awkward. I remember that much.
Okay. So I'm going to need...
But you don't, like, you can just sell beards. It's not like you need the money.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I should probably walk normally.
Thank you, Gravity Man.
Oh, wait.
Okay. Wait, are there just two pot merchants in this plaza? Yeah, okay. Whatever. Who sells water skins? Not you. Probably you. Okay. Okay.
Is this it?
Yes.
Okay. I
You
don't
both
know.
answered at the same time.
What's that?
Reynold, you got it. Just as soon as you got it, Crow entered the same screen.
Okay. So I knew that there were the harder days. I just didn't know when they were. Which days are harder?
I think it's only one day, and I don't think that you need to be on that day. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure you can just ask him about the wind, and he will always say that.
Oh. Okay. Well, I defeated the fire elemental for no reason. I've been making a save.
All right. The next line. David says, "Yeah, I saw this quote when researching Thief 100% and when to do this." The next line is, "There's something heavy preventing the trapdoor from opening."
Yeah.
Hey, come on. Come on. How is that not it? How is that not it?
That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to happen.
Oh my god. Okay. There's something heavy preventing the trapdoor. Oh, okay.
There's something heavy preventing the trapdoor from opening.
Got it.
All right, Reynold got it.
I was like, what else could it be? Oh, of course. This is exactly the sort of thing that they would do in a Quest for Glory game.
Crow is
My
trying to
guess.
enter the armory.
My
Okay.
guess is it's probably if you are on the trapdoor.
That is correct, Crow.
Yeah.
You do have to move the anvil aside first. But now you can have a save here. Yeah, you only have three chances to actually move the save. That's a 60 strength check
Okay.
after oiling it.
Oh, well, I don't meet that.
Well, yeah. Reynold got a luck check through and then put a save there.
Yep. I'm just a luck sack.
All right, the next one is... I hope you remember what day it was. And since there is wind today, I will give you an additional 5 dinars when you cross to the other side.
Ah, there's enemies.
Was that by one?
Oh my goodness, that's a lot of jackalmen attacking you.
Run doesn't work. You have to do
Run is the
escape.
command to start running, right?
Got it.
Okay.
Sheesh, this is worse than Quest for Glory 1. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Yes, Reynold, it is day 8 that the wind is the wind is blowing.
I got lucky that I guessed into that last time.
$5 dinars doesn't seem like a lot for doing that.
It really isn't, no.
Okay, the next line is, "I suggest you do not touch what you do not know. the wrong drug could easily be fatal.
There.
Good job, Crow.
What was it?
Just steal potion while you're in the apothecary.
Okay.
Yep, try to steal, well, I mean, anything.
I just tried to touch everything.
Don't touch. Alright, the next line is, Father, that was not me. There's someone else in the house.
What's wrong?
Hmm.
There we go.
Like.
Ah, good job, Crow. Good job.
All right.
So-
What's the secret?
Okay, so when
Okay, go for it.
if you are walking inside instead of sneaking during the break-in, he'll ask who it is that came in. If and the first one that they say is someone who's already in the house. So if you're fast enough to bring in yes before the person who then says, no, it wasn't me. If you say yes, then that person's like, no, that person's not me.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
But if
I
you
like
say no,
really
then
fun
he keeps going through different people who could reasonably be in the house, and you can keep saying no.
It's great.
David said he is intimately familiar with this one because of exploring ways today. Alright, the next line is, good thing the powder of burning is only activated by magical beings. Too bad you threw it away.
You may. All right, fine. Wait, hang on. Hang on. Ah! All right.
Harik really needs it.
Oh,
I
crap.
bet he does.
I forgot to buy a...
Right. Wait. Oh, sure.
Nope. Like, I can probably skip this for this.
Almost got it. I can do it. I can do it.
It's hard to do on super fast speed.
All right.
Okay, so it needs to actually have the earth elemental out.
Yes, you have both discovered. Harik will not give it to you no matter what, unless it's actually during the Earth Elemental's
Yeah.
attack.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Read it to me one more time.
Good thing the Powder of Burning is only activated by magical beings. Too bad you threw it away.
Okay, I actually have to take a bathroom break, so I'll be back in a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Right. Oh god, I have to get bottom dollar now. I don't have enough money.
Well,
I guess I can also just run out.
oh, you did it. You got 5.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways that Ali Fakir's way can go. Hey, Broniak. Are you joining us?
Was it?
He joined the call but is muted. It was good thing the Powder of Burning is only activated by magical beings. Too bad you threw it away.
It's a good thing it's only activated by magical beings. That's... Far away. Oh, nope. Really?
So rude. He's trying to throw it at someone.
Okay.
Maybe if you slow the game down, you can get it.
It seems like I'm getting it. I mean, I'm just sort of assuming that this is not going to be it, but...
Okay, I'm back. Are we still on the same task?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Brainiac is setting up his mic.
All right, come on. Come on. We can do this. I mean, clearly what I just need to do is go back. It's fine. Oops.
What day is the air elemental?
9 through 11, if I remember right.
Okay.
Maybe the wind being strong on day 8 is supposed to be like a hint that the air elemental's coming the next day.
Like that. This is not going to be it.
I think I'm live. There we go.
Hello, Brainiac.
Hey.
Hello.
Welcome.
Would you like to join the race?
I could, but considering I've read the scripts recently, I don't know if that would be considered cheating.
It's up to you.
Okay. Let me.
You still have to be able to do everything.
That's true. That's true. Let me see here. I
One more
should
time.
still
Good
have-
thing the powder, what?
Good thing the Powder of Burning is only activated by magical beings. Too bad you threw it away.
There's something weird going on in that I don't
Yeah,
fully
there
understand
is.
yet.
Well, since I just got in for that one, let me look that up real quick.
You're just gonna look it up. I mean, they haven't figured it out.
Oh,
yet.
the follow-up part of that line is probably what'll spell it out for people.
What the? I've
That's-
never seen this before.
That's throwing something at Julinar. Breaks the screen, yeah. Because
Oh yeah, Julinar.
I've
That's-
never seen that before.
Yeah, really? Oh, so you've never been a jackass and thrown anything at Julinar? I mean, that's fair. The only reason I ever personally experienced that was because I read about it and I was like, really? And so
my heart jumped when that happened. Like, what the heck is this?
For a long time though, I thought it was just
Don't throw things at
Yeah.
ladies.
for a long time though, I thought it was just the dagger, but it's the stone and pretty
It's
much
throw.
everything else.
The
It's just
powder
a
too,
throw.
apparently.
Yeah,
Throw.
anything you can throw at her. Yeah.
All right. Good thing that you said. The good thing the powder only activates on magical beings or whatever.
Yes. Good thing the powder burning is only activated by magical beings. Too bad you threw it away.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the description the description definitely spells it out. So, yeah, I definitely can't participate in this one.
That's all right.
Let me
You can just
see if
use
I've got
the time
my
to set up if you want to join the next.
Oh yeah,
one.
that's what I'm looking up. Is there any restriction? Is it
Okay. So
like
right
specific
now,
version?
well, it's just whatever version came with God.
Okay.
Right now, it's thief only. Is
Okay.
today's thing in general is just thief only because I have too many. I had to section
Oh,
these
okay.
off.
Okay.
Uh,
Let me see.
I will let us know when we're going to Rasir. For now, it's Shakir
Okay.
only.
Okay. Let me see here.
All right, I have a very needy
soft law.
cat.
Okay, there we go.
I have a very needy cat. I will be right back.
All right. I'm gonna activate my Munt version just so I can have some particularly nice music.
Oh. Yeah. For only activates on magical beings. Too bad you threw it away.
Okay. Okay, and then the earth elemental is from when to when?
Was it 12? It's only days 12 and 13?
Okay.
And if I remember right, it's day 12, you'll find Rocky on the south half of the city, and day 13, the north half. I can't remember exactly what the... Or I don't know if I ever learned exactly what the conditions are.
All right. Nobody spawned it yet?
No. Only activates on magical beings.
Crow just got it, so.
Oh, he did?
the powder. He's been.
Oh, okay, okay.
I
I was wondering if I just didn't hear the triumphant cry of having found it.
Wait, what did I find?
You got the powder.
You got the powder.
I'm tempted to fire up my AGDI version because I have way more saves in that one currently. My EGA saves are
you're not allowed to
almost all
use-
end game.
You're not allowed to use old saves. Only saves made during.
Oh,
raid.
okay, all right.
So you're starting at a disadvantage anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Bring it on. Oh, wow. That actually did a lot of damage to him. I was surprised. There's someone else I can torment.
Amusingly, since this is a speedrunning crowd, I think you guys will appreciate this. They're having a speedrun competition at the Super Cincy Expo all 3 days.
Nice.
But it's not a professional speedrunning competition. It's basically just a bunch of randos having fun. Basically, someone brought in an oversized NES controller, like think the size of a school desk, basically. And they hooked it up to an actual original NES, and basically they're having anyone come up and randomly attempt to speedrun 1-1 in Super Mario Brothers 3.
That is awesome.
I placed third the first night.
I feel
Nice.
like that object used to be at like the Mario Marathon that
Yeah, it could be.
Ago.
But yeah, I placed third and got a $50 Dave & Buster's gift card. They're basically just doing one a day for the 3 days, and there were 2 people that got like 21 seconds. I got just over 25. And then the best one today was like 1984. So that was the best. And they've got that big giant freaking controller, so that's inhibiting everything. But yeah,
I'm starting to worry that this text box might not be possible to get.
Uh-oh.
We'll see. Well,
Do you think it might be blocked by that's hard to do without any powder?
Yeah, it might be. No,
bingo! There it is.
First try. Yeah, it's
Yes.
the obvious thing to
In
do.
combat.
The reason I said looking up the transcript basically trivialized that is it's in text file 0.063, also known as self-targeting.
Oh, is that what that one is? Okay, I just had that
Yes.
as inventory.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you said it's in combat?
So Crow is in
With
combat
Rocky?
with the Earth Elemental.
So
right
the
now.
Earth Elemental is approaching me, but we don't like have the health bars up. During that period, I said throw powder, and I targeted myself.
Yep.
I
Yep.
see. Okay.
There are 3 text responses in the self-targeting file, and that's the second one.
All right, Brainiac, do you wanna join in now?
I'm still getting things set up, so
All right,
I'll
that's
wait
all
for the
right.
next one at least. I mean, like you said, I'm at a serious disadvantage anyway. I might have to use some speedrun techniques to jump a couple days.
That's good. Those are always allowed.
There we
Alright.
go.
The next line is, I wonder why Father would have left the carpet rolled up. Oh well.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I know where that is.
Oh, well, I assume everybody knows where it is. It's just how do you
Yeah.
trigger it? No.
That's actually not too bad. I might be able to. Oh, someone's already there. I can hear the music. Never mind.
They're both there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, there's no way for me to get there in time now.
There we go. Read the line one more time.
I wonder why Father would have left the carpet rolled up. Oh well. Okay,
Like
there
that?
you go. Yep, Reynold got it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure exactly what brings everybody in. Do you have to do certain actions to get people to come in, or is it just a timer?
If I remember correctly, the first brother is an action, the second brother is a timer, and then the rest may be both. Like if you just sit around long enough, they'll trigger anyway. But I think in general, if you know what you're doing, you're gonna trigger that before any
'Cause you're-
timer would hit.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't sure which it was, and so I decided, well, let's just do the action anyway, just to make sure that it happens.
Oh, I knew it was the second one because the first one's the drunk that doesn't notice Jack's squad. You could be in the middle of the damn room and he won't notice you.
Yeah, yeah.
We have seen him look at the player face to face
Yep.
and ignore it.
Yeah, the second guy's the dumb, sober one who will basically talk to you. Oh, hello, sir. Are you my father's friend or something like that? And it's like, and then everyone gets set off. After that, the brothers get steadily more likely to cut your hands off.
Yeah.
All right, the next one. I have lost all the money I can lose.
I think I'm just gonna watch because considering how far back I am, this is gonna
That's
take a
good.
while.
You got good commentary.
I
Yeah,
have
Got a good voice.
I have
let's
lost all
let's
the
restart.
money I can lose.
I have lost all the money I can lose.
Okay, I have.
I think I know. I think I know where that is, but I'm not. I'm trying to remember which direction it comes in.
I know what you're on about, Kara.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. This is an interesting case, but I'm not going to talk about it until someone gets to it.
Yeah. This is the difficulty of these kinds of things is you don't want to give away what you're saying to the other players.
Well, this I checked this. I checked the script file. This is actually interesting. But yeah, I don't.
Well, that's
I don't
making me
wanna-
think that I don't know what it is.
I'm not sure what you're doing.
What?
The only problem about this all being in Discord is that I have to keep switching streams to see what Crow and Reynold both
If
up
you
to.
on the sidebar where it has everybody's names, if you right click one and say also watch that.
Oh, also watch. Okay, because yeah, it's just showing watch for my case. I don't know why it's not showing.
So you need to have one
Oh.
up and then you click on another person and then you can watch both the streams at the same
Oh,
time.
start. Okay, there's a secondary button. Start watching multiple streams.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
But it's how Discord's always been.
Yep. Whatever. Let me switch this to. There. Put it in grid view. Now I get a good look. There we go.
Is this another situation where I have the sentence, but it's not the exact right message?
Okay. This
Yes.
is why I said it was. This is why I said it was interesting. There are two versions of this. One is the version you have up. The other version is just the second half. So yes,
the
there is
exact
another.
same thing happened to me
Same thing happened
earlier.
again.
Yes. Yes.
I was about to see it too, I think. Yep.
Okay, so the phrase I'm looking
Yep.
for is what?
Yep.
Just the second part
Just
of
the
that
second
phrase.
half.
I
Yeah.
have lost all the money I can lose.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are two versions of that line, and this one, the one that you've both found, is the two-part one.
Unfortunately, like we've already done what I thought was the trigger for this.
This is fine. This is fine. I've got an idea. I've got an idea.
Hello, lady about tonight.
Oh man.
I've got an idea.
Okay,
gonna
he's
work.
just gone now.
He escaped.
Yeah. That's interesting.
My notes say that it's just win the tightrope challenge 3 times. And you guys both did that, and he didn't say it immediately once you got off. It wasn't about talking to him again.
Come on. Oh my god. Did I save? Of course I didn't.
Let me check my other notes. If we
Vincent's
can't find
already-
it, it's Reynold got the line to show up at least.
Yeah.
Yes, but I've got an idea.
All right.
Yeah, the reason I wasn't sure about this because yeah, you were both right. It's in the tightrope text file. But the positioning of it I don't know the direction it's coming.
Well, I looked at the
So-
code directly, so I should have
Oh,
known
okay.
exactly where how it shows up.
Yeah.
But sometimes, sometimes these things can get cut off by
Yep.
other things.
Yep.
Let me see here. Yeah, it just says win it 3 times. They're both doing the same thing right now, so I guess we'll see what happens. I think I know what you're checking.
It's hilarious that your musics are just like maybe a half measure out of sync.
Nope, he's gone.
He's
He
gone
no
from
longer
yours.
exists.
He's on Reynolds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think maybe Reynolds reloaded, and he's doing it on the windy day. That's what
Okay.
he's doing.
All right. I was going to see if he was like going to be back, but give me a different refusal to bet
No,
again
you
on this
can
day than
only
the
do
other
it
day.
3 times total, I guess.
Okay.
Seem to have an expert among us.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
He says it, yeah. It should have come up right after the "We have an expert among us." Maybe try some dialogues with him.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. Oh, there it is. Okay.
There it is. There it is. He got it. You have to
Hey
direct
Diner doesn't do it, but
Yeah,
Wager does.
Hey dinar no longer works, but wager is the adverb you need to use.
Yes.
Weird.
Just
So
as
weird.
before, I used the wrong verb, but this one is more subtle.
Once again, the Sierra parser rears its head.
All right, well.
Oh,
Reynolds
that
got
reminds
it.
me. I don't know if anyone cares, but at the Super Sensi Expo today, I saw someone with one of the physical copies of Threepwood Park, or Thriftwood, or
Oh.
that.
Threepwood
Threepwood Park. I can't believe I did that. Thimbleweed Park. Wow. Wow. That was
That's
Freudian
okay.
right there.
That,
But yeah,
it's probably somewhat on purpose.
yeah. But yeah,
same people wrote the same names.
oh
Alright.
yeah, definitely. So yeah, I thought that was cute. It was the guy had it for 250. He said he'd go down to 225. I was like, I'll let some people I know who are fans know, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't think many of them are gonna pay that, even for an unopened copy.
All right. The next line is Humph. Nobody likes a braggart. You seem to have forgotten who gave you the powder of burning.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, it one-shots him? Oh, right, I forgot to actually get a bag.
Humph, you said nobody likes a braggart?
Nobody likes a braggart. You seem to have forgotten who gave you the powder of burning.
Okay.
Oh god. Try it again. Oh. I've been
Oh.
encountering a few fragmentation bugs here.
At least they're not crashing the game.
At least they're not crashing the game.
All right. Can I see both your guys' stat screens? That's not your stat screen, Crow.
Oh.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. You both have too high of a communication to trigger this dialogue.
Yeah.
Can a thief have a low enough communication?
I think so.
I mean, communication is set by 2 of the core stats when you
At the start,
begin.
it's your intelligence and your luck. Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
intelligence and luck in
Yeah,
combination.
I'm coming back.
So, thief probably has the second highest starting communication. I think wizard might have more by default.
We'll double check.
It depends on how weighted
But
it is to luck.
Considering how Crow's is actually really close to what is needed. Hint, hint.
Okay.
So it's based off of what? Your intelligence and something
Intelligence
else?
and luck.
Intelligence and luck.
I believe it's weighted to
No, it just
intelligence.
gets you just below.
Yeah,
60.
I believe it's weighted to in favor of intelligence, like 2/3, 1/3, but I could be wrong.
So yeah, it's a communication 60 check.
No,
Base-
it's 2/3, 1/3. Oh no, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And the base thief has 52, so you can't be doing any communication raising.
Perfect.
And go do that exact same thing again, quickly.
Wow. What actually? I mean, I didn't check the actual code. What is the actual value cutoff? 55?
No, it's 60.
Oh, it's 60.
This is
Okay.
a communication 60 check, because Harik actually has some of the highest communication needs.
Wow.
But it's all just fluff. You can always get what you need from him.
Yeah. Let me check a wizard import without change. See how high they start. With.
I do have some lines that require an import from Quest for Glory 1 because you need a low enough communication to do it. Not in this. It's not in this race. This race was you can do base thief for everything.
Yeah, the base wizard. The base wizard is 70/50. So yeah, start the game. Yeah, base wizard can't do it. Base wizard is 65.
Too smart.
They can't get this dialogue anyways because you need burning.
Yeah, I mean even with that, I mean you could technically hack that in, but without the proper integration, I don't think it'd work.
No, I think this dialogue is specifically a thief check. Because
Yeah.
that's how the game knows that you use the powder of burning to destroy it.
Mm-hmm. Even sucking a blue frog won't get you what you need.
So I'll have to just buy the lamp rather than telling about the fire elemental.
It might be able to work in.
You should be able to have enough checks, but yeah, better safe than sorry, right?
Mm-hmm. Let's see, so that's.
Because you have to interact with quite a few people in order to get this, to get to that point.
Oop. Lost the stream. There we go.
Okay. Is there a faster way to get through just sleeping? It seems like there's really long delays on everything.
You guys are pretty much as fast. I think Reynald. Miller. I think Reynald was hitting tab enter to go to Until Dawn.
I just got killed.
Oof.
So your communication was pretty close. Do you just have a save before? That's close enough.
Oops.
You just need to go back one communication level. There you go. Just don't level it up again.
But like, I need to get the powder of burning. That's exactly what put me over.
Yep. Just don't do anything else.
Can you just buy it?
I think you have to
can
tell
just buy
about
it, and-
the. My understanding is you have to tell about the earth elemental. before
It
you
is a
can do that.
communication check, but my communication went from 52 to 55.
So he's on 58 on this save. So you just have to be
Ooh.
lucky enough to only get a 1 level up instead of a 2 or 3.
It's actually more weighted to intelligence than I thought, at least according to the wiki. It says it's 3/4 intelligence.
I
to
wouldn't
1/4
always
luck.
trust the wiki.
Yeah,
Got it.
but I think that matches
Okay,
the math.
okay. Reynold got it. We
Okay.
discussed it quite
Yep,
a bit.
there it is.
That's fine.
Meanwhile, David is giggling an elemental skip.
Huh. Getting tornadoed costs stamina, not HP. That's weird.
Miller signed up for this one. He's just not here. We don't know why.
Oh, you just reminded me. Actually, someone from the Coles Discord is running Hero U for the first time tonight too.
Nice.
Neat.
See if I can call up their Twitch stream
All right.
while this is going
The
on.
next line
Watch this.
is the tisk tusk is firmly attached to the wall with tisk tusk tax. Tisk tisk.
Sorry, come
This is
again?
Familiar to me.
The tisk tusk is firmly attached to the wall with tisk tusk tax. Tisk tisk.
Are we sure? Oh, geez. Are we sure Josh Mandel
it.
didn't write that line?
Reynold got it.
Yeah, I do remember finding this one casually.
Yeah, it's one of the weapons in the armory. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I mostly included this because I really wanted to say it out loud.
It's a fun one.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Say
There we go.
tusk tax 10 times fast.
Tisk tusk tax.
Faster.
No thank you.
No.
Tisk tisk.
Tisk tisk. All right, the next one. Unfortunately, it appears that someone has already stolen all of its contents. Now, who would have done such a thing?
Yeah.
We already did that one.
No, wait, that wouldn't work. One more time.
Unfortunately, it appears that someone has already stolen all of its contents. Now, who would have done such a thing?
Oh, okay, yeah. Got it.
Alright. While Crow is being captured in the wrong room. It
Oh
was the
no.
armory. It was the armory.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to crack open the strong box under the anvil, close it, and then pick the lock again.
Okay.
Well, Crow had the
I was-
same idea. He
There's
just
basically
went
going to
with
do the
other-
same thing with the other
the other
safe as the
blades.
plan.
Yeah. I went for the
Which
one that
reminds me, I
where I
do
have the save
actually
ready
want
to
to
go.
get this to where it can potentially do that. So I did a
Yeah.
strength grind on a save, but I need to get that strength ground save over to Issur's to be able to do this sort of thing.
Nah, just save scum the luck roll.
This is so lengthy it's hard to display it here.
Oh, it's a good one,
Alright.
is it?
This is a very lengthy one. I'm gonna have to read this from my notes. Is that what you are doing here? It is certainly not right to steal. But if you are just borrowing those bellows to save the city, I certainly will not stop you. I will talk to you, sir, in the morning and explain matters.
Okay. Uh, uh,
Gross. Just great. This game is like
There.
There it is.
Crow got it. Crow got it. Yeah. While
Yep.
you are stealing the
Honestly,
bellows, tell the
I
guard
have-
that catches you about the air elemental, and he looks
yeah,
the other
yeah.
way.
I have to say the bellows are probably the single most interesting item to acquire in the game. There are so many different ways to do it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Not just between the individual classes. If I remember correctly, there is a specific method that only a hybrid can do. And it's like, there's like at least half a dozen methods total, probably more.
Some of them are in my list.
Oh, that
Okay,
does
all
not
right then.
surprise me.
I was about to ask, but I suppose I'll save that for later.
Oh, that's hilarious. You
Yeah.
went and got the bellows and then went to sleep and let the air elemental destroy the city. That's fine.
As you do.
Yeah. I mean, it's if there's one thing you learn about watching Quest for Glory speedrunning, it's that the hero sucks at his job.
Well, that's what the bellows are for.
Exactly.
All right, the next line is, "Oh, I thought I was in here. I guess I must be in the other room."
That's a good one.
Oh, I thought I was in here. I guess I must be in the other room.
What's father's name?
His name is just Old Man.
Okay.
I mean, I think he does have an actual name, but it's not important.
I don't know if anyone ever actually uses it. I think since they're all the sons, they all just call him father.
Yeah.
Or father with a drunken slur.
That's great, Crow. Is that you, Javar? No. Is that you, Javar? No.
Could you read the line again?
Oh, I thought I was in here. I guess I must be in the other room.
Right.
Mm. Okay, so that's Kareem.
I'm sure you've seen all of these dialogues, David.
Kareem. Yes.
Nope.
Okay, let's try the next one after that.
I thought I was in here. I guess I must be in the other room.
His sons are not very bright.
Well, the drunkard and the moron certainly aren't. I don't know about. I mean, one of them's
The last
A
one who comes
guard.
in is a guard.
Yeah, I assume he's at least reasonably intelligent, or they'd probably have put him on a desk job.
Oh no!
Also, I assume everyone gets the joke about the Suns.
Oh yes.
You wouldn't believe how many people
are-
don't get that joke, but to be fair, it's at this point in time, it's more logical someone wouldn't than back when this was published.
Yeah, yeah. Again, Kara.
Oh,
Again.
I thought I was in here. I guess I must be in the other room.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
There you go.
Yep.
Was he the drunk one?
No, Abdul's the dumb one.
Okay.
He's the third one.
So you just have to do that. You have to say yes.
There.
after
Yeah,
he
I was
comes-
moments away from getting to it. Just
Yep.
Okay.
I just needed to drop a temporary save before doing the second person so I could do the third. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, gentlemen. With that, we are moving on to Rasir. So
Okay.
go ahead and get started getting a save in that direction.
Oh boy.
And these are randomized, so you're gonna need saves all over the place.
Within Razir.
Within Razir, yeah. These are all after the intermission. So we're taking an intermission while you get there.
Do 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 do
David says,
do.
yeah, I know the joke of the names. They're a reference to the co-pilot in Airplane.
What's going to be great is that we'll go to Razir,
Oh right, same error.
and the line requires
This
something
save
that I
doesn't
didn't pick
have-
up while in Shapir.
Yes, that can and will happen.
So I'm ready. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that.
We have another hour and a half, and I'm going to use it.
Well, I'm probably
But
going
I
to need to
think it-
stop in another half hour, actually.
That's fine.
So I take it sucking a blue frog is forbidden.
These guys, surely you guys know how to teleport anywhere you want in the game, right?
Oh,
Or
that
how-
is true. I don't have the spreadsheet in front of me for the room codes, but I am capable of doing the wrong warp.
I am not.
So do we have the first Razir line yet?
Yeah, since you're on a time limit, we can go ahead and start that one, especially since it's pretty far in.
Oh boy.
The table is made of hand-rubbed Iblia wood from the hills of the forbidden city of Iblis.
Of what wood?
Iblia wood.
Iblia wood. The table is made of hand-rubbed Iblia wood from the hills of the forbidden city of Iblis.
Excellent.
Ah,
Okay, water elementals. Which day?
If that's what I think it
I
is,
think it's 13.
if that's what I think it is, and you're starting with that, on behalf of Crow and Reynald Kara, you're evil.
I randomized the lists
Right. Okay,
Because
your
they can
your
make
RNG
saves.
is evil.
They can make a save at the start, and then another save at every single thief event along the way.
Ugh.
All we have to do is wait 5 minutes. Yeah, make sure that you are putting down saves everywhere, because you're going to need to come back to a lot of these other places.
So once you have the water elemental water skin, do you just have infinite water, or how does that work?
Technically, you can't drink it, but I've never actually tested whether or not you can still die of thirst with that water skin.
I mean, you don't need to worry about that, I don't think.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, technically, you could go out into the desert and die of thirst in like the 2 days between getting the water elemental and leaving for the.
Yeah, I do remember casually having some trouble. I think maybe the idea was like I ate a pill, and it's like, oh, you have no water to drink.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
so that's
because you
always made
can't-
me think that I need the second water skin.
Yeah, you can't drink the water elemental because
Yeah.
presumably it's still an elemental, and that gets into your stomach. It'd be like
Pretty
whatchamacallit,
bad.
that one episode of Futurama where Fry drank the hydrological king and was just
Mhm.
living in his stomach for a while. Except I don't think the water elemental would be that passive.
So I would totally wrong warp into Zaisha's room right now if I remembered how many screens I would have to run in the desert. But I don't. So
And it's even grounds for Young Crow, who is currently at the intermission. With a
Caravanning.
high density of caravanners that
I forgot
Well,
to
cool.
turn down detail before coming in
Yep.
here. I think that makes it faster.
yeah, it only makes like 4 of them show up.
So Reynald, are you speedrunning Quest for Glory 1 while you wait for Quest for Glory 2 to finish?
I should.
This is the glory
It's almost a pity you
speedrunning
can't-
glitchless Quest for Glory.
I know, it's almost a pity that joke can't be made anymore, because that was one of the best jokes I've ever watched at a
Oh, I-
speedrun competition, was literally speedrunning Quest for Glory 1 while you were waiting on Quest for Glory 2.
Well, the fun
That was-
part,
that was so
actually,
good.
the fun part is that Quest for Glory 1 is not that far off from being speedrunnable during the Doom speech in Quest for Glory 5.
Oh, God, yeah, that's true.
It's
That is
getting
absolutely
close.
true.
Yeah, David reversed the exact event that what you're describing happened with Miller doing that.
Yeah.
King's Quest 3 also does that exact same thing.
Oh, sure, it did, yeah.
Yeah, the time you have to wait for 3 is, I mean, it's the irony of King's Quest 3 is that you keep wishing you had more time at the start if you're trying to be very thorough in Ludor when Manannan's gone. You keep wishing you had more time, and then when you're on the pirate ship, you're like, God, why won't this end? I think in the end Berta's just a sadist, and we're all her masochistic friends.
If you're so innocent, what is this?
No, you do have to buy
Wait,
that,
what?
Crow. You can't say no. You can't say no. You do have to buy the information.
Oh, interesting.
Pay, maybe?
Okay.
There you go.
Do it. Do it. Nope. Come on. Nope. Come on. There we go.
Thankfully, there are no script triggers for the X-ray glasses.
I have them on hand just in case.
Has them, yes. But it doesn't show it unless you actually wear them, thankfully.
I mean, that's as far as I
Which,
know,
to be
the
clear,
alien
I
people-
am not wearing them. So
No,
just to make things safer for the stream.
I trust you. I didn't
Realize.
not even consider including them, even if, because, yeah.
Like there,
Uh,
my recollection is that the line whenever you look at her is different if you're wearing it versus not.
yes.
So there could have been a scavenger hunt thing that involved actually triggering that.
Yes, which bringing them is great because then you can just drop it if you want the one without, and then.
You don't.
But then more likely it's the one with.
Yeah. I did not include those in anything, so don't worry. The X-ray glasses are never required for that.
Okay, good to know.
For
I
that.
was willing to concede those points as
For
necessary.
that. They might but show up in some other form.
I got the thing right. I did.
Right
Okay,
now,
good.
I believe Raynal is waiting to get the.
Yeah, I was
Job?
debating whether to check like something in the palace, like the harem room is one that comes to mind, or if I want to check inside Kavin's room. I changed my mind at the last minute. I'm gonna check Kavin because I know I want to save there anyway.
Almost certainly, there is going to be some lines in Kavin's room, so it's
Yeah,
not
that's what I figured. So I may as well just go ahead and get that going.
Crow is still in the first wait.
Okay.
And I just noticed the text comment in the Twitch chat from about a half hour ago, and I feel the need to inform Kara, I am not obsessed with Kellogg's Raisin Bran. I just like it a little bit, okay?
Nothing
What?
wrong with Raisin Bran.
No, it's the most common typo of my handle, Braniac.
Oh,
That was one of the two things I got mocked for constantly over on the AGDI
I did do
forums
that,
back in
wow.
the day.
Braniac.
Yeah, that and I used a color spectrum icon in the chat over there, so I got called a beach ball constantly.
I'm sure there was a good reason for that.
It just means that you need to speedrun Chex Quest.
Oh, I need to play that casually again. Oops.
It's hilarious to me how we've got one hero basically running laps and the other one more or less having almost a seizure in order to just waste time.
Doesn't actually speed anything up.
Neither
No,
of them
it's just
neither of them know
boredom.
how to do the
It's
screen
just sheer
wow.
boredom.
the screen transition to speed up time.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
it's
a
just, like, I would
50-50 as far as
I
what
would
I'd be
try-
able to do.
Yeah, if it weren't for the fact that you could lose time as likely as you could
Mhm.
gain time if you know versus don't know, I'd maybe try it. But yeah, I've never done it before.
You
Yeah.
need to know how to do it specifically to make it
Yeah.
always work.
I only do one WoW glitches. I can't do two WoW glitches.
Shout outs to One Short Eye.
Yeah. Wow.
that was the big thing to know how to do before the wrong warp showed up.
Mm-hmm. We need more wrong warps in the series. We've only got the 2 so far.
I'm still hoping.
What's the
we
second
figure
one?
Out, I mean, I still poke at it.
Quest for Glory 5.
Save.
I still poke at Quest for Glory 5 every now and then just to see if the new
Right.
tech has figured anything out. If we ever finally break Hades and make
would
it
be
so you can
so
trigger
good.
twice, that kills every single all deeds run, and basically means the only way to get a proper all deeds is going to be a wizard, because then you'll be able to break out both ladies. If we ever figure that out,
Well, so I did figure out. Well, that's kind of tricky, actually. Let me think about that for a second, because getting the sacrifice deed can only be done in 1.0, and I'm trying to think, because I know Thief has some deeds that can't be completed in 1.0. I think you're right. I think maybe Wizard could do it. If you
Wizard,
could
well,
Your
Wizard
speed
is
on
literally,
fastest.
yeah,
The
Wizard
time
is
on
literally
fastest.
the only class that is capable of marrying all 4 women.
Game
Yeah.
time.
So if we find a way to break Hades and allow you to retrieve both ladies,
Didn't
the
know that was
Wizard's
a
the only
thing.
one who can do 100% at that point, because he's the only one who can marry both Katrina and Arana. Thankfully, they don't compete with each other. That would be a problem.
I was
they both
wondering
get-
why it was taking so long for Crow. Yeah, his time scale was unnormal.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Boy, did you look silly.
What? Am I late? I'm late. No, this is good. Damn it. Okay. Try again.
Oh, I hope you had another save.
Yeah, right here.
Okay. I am an admirer of birds, you see.
Ah, 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 ah. You can't get me!
Just go.
You can't get me!
Go.
You know, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try to make that work. I did stall there just a little bit. Nope, that was a little slow. No, it's not. Whoa! Okay, that worked.
No, it worked. Let's ignore the fact that you slid across the air.
Yeah.
So
That's
what?
not the message. What?
So what exactly is this phrase we're looking for again?
The table is made of hand-rubbed Iblia wood from the hills of the forbidden city of Iblis.
Okay.
That reminds me, is Ibli ever actually pronounced in any of the games? Because I don't think he comes
only
up
4 and
in
5.
4 or 5. Yeah, I don't think he
Only
comes
4
up in
and
4 or
It's
5.
possible that like Logos or Rakish might mention Iblis, but I don't remember them ever doing that.
'Cause I seem to remember reading somewhere the proper pronunciation would be Ibli, but
Mm.
I don't know that for a fact. I don't know enough of the mythology. I took a course in Persian mythology when I was in college. I don't know enough about the names of various jinn in mythology for the Middle East to make a call one way or the other.
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
I don't know. What
I don't know. Waiting for no reason is what I'm doing.
It's kind of the same problem people have with Ra's al Ghul versus Ra's al Ghul, and it's like, guys, study the pronunciation guides. Come on.
Lady Midnight says Katrina pronounces it as Iblis. and 4.
Iblis. Okay,
Iblis.
that could be Iblis. Okay,
Or Iblis.
I'll have to go check that one then.
Oh yeah, we
I
skip all
am
the
certainly
concern
not about.
dialogues.
I am certainly not about to contradict the one and only Commander Shepard. Okay, I'm just saying.
Okay, there we go. Is it like you can do?
Do I have the things I need to complete the cave? Yeah, I think so. Like, you don't really need much.
So I learned in VGA at least. Can we do this? There's like a nail that you can get to pick the lock here.
Only if you are missing a certain other item.
Oh right, yes.
Yeah, that's
Forgot about
inherent
that.
to the game. Right, that's programmed in the game because it is possible not to have that item if you speed run and avoid a whole lot of stuff.
Still checking because I realized there was a table in that room.
Oh.
How many actual DMWs are there in Quest for Glory? I know it's far lower than like King's Quest or
Yeah,
Space
not
Quest, but I'm not sure how many proper DMWs there are.
There's the possibility of
So I know in one VGA, if you drop items on a screen and leave, they're gone. But in EGA games, they stay there, so you can always go back and pick it up unless you drop things in a specific sequence where you can't go back.
Okay, so same thing. I note like the mouse works here or something. How's that work?
If you click to move, you can just go up to the other screen. Yeah. I think
I'll
it's
just do it.
as soon as you come in, you just click. But
I'll do it legit. That's fine.
if you can get past the rock.
It'll be fine. Be fine. I'm very talented.
There you go.
Come on, do it.
I have some interesting lines in the cave as well. Hello, Retro Gamer Dad. But those are not for this one. Thief has nothing interesting in the cave. Maybe.
Let's slow this down a little bit. Nope.
This one's made of stone. How lame.
No, it is not Idlia wood.
Look wall. Okay, there we go.
No, don't stun lock me. Don't do it. Why didn't I bring... Wait, I have daggers. I could have just glided out of here. Alright, please be in this room.
That's right. Invoke the name of power.
Table?
David.
Table?
Did I just go the
Table.
wrong way?
Table. Why is there not a table in this room? Okay.
I have no idea what the streets of Rasir are like. I cannot help you there, Crow.
Okay,
There you go.
well, I eventually got caught.
How many times do you find yourself in a cave in these games?
Let's see. We've got
There's 2 caves
the
in
Kobold
one.
Cave in 1 and the Troll Cave in 2.
No.
Yeah, we've got. If you could consider the whole of the Lost City being a cave, that's 3. I don't think you technically have a cave in 3. Yeah, the
No.
Lost City doesn't really have a cave. It's kind of underground. You might be able to argue that final the final room with the demon wizard and the demon master is maybe a cave, maybe.
I would argue that Avuzal's cave, quote unquote, in 4 is not actually a cave because you're just walking through his dead body.
Yeah, or his not yet. Actually, it's more like his not yet alive body.
But I mean, it's close enough. We can just call it a cave. It is a mountain.
And
yeah.
then five
in a-
arguably doesn't have
No.
cave
No.
proper.
Mm.
In Hades is not a cave, but you could. I think the Dragon Blood Pool applies. So yeah, technically, Quest for Glory 3 is the only one without a semi-cave.
Okay, how do you out of bounds the fire room?
Oh, yeah, I just watched that video.
It's like you have to turn and throw something. And
Oh, okay. Well, forget
Turning
that.
isn't walking. Yeah.
While you're turning, you can move.
Turning isn't moving.
If you don't know how to do it, we're not going to be able to tell you just from talking about
Yeah.
it. You can always just wish for help.
I was thinking it was just like a particular angle got you out of bounds. Okay.
I think you're fine to drop your guesses in chat. I don't think Crow or Reynold are watching the chat.
I am.
I am not watching.
I'm not
chat.
competing, so.
Brainiac is not competing.
No.
Let's overwrite this one.
I got here too late. I was attending the Super Sensi Expo.
You can still get in. You can just get to Rasir right now.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm a completionist and a perfectionist. I might one day attempt 100% speed runs, but in general, speed running is too anathema to my own being.
Really?
I'm much more interested in finding out tidbits and glitches and interesting stuff. That's why I like things like this, where you're looking up oddities and whatnot.
Read it again, please.
Okay, the table is made of hand-rubbed Iblia wood from the hills of the Forbidden City of Iblis.
I've never actually seen what happens if you try to take this treasure. I assume it kills you. Like-
You assume correctly.
Yeah, you get your face rocked.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, stuff falls on you.
You get your face
everyone
rocked.
dies. Yeah.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
So
Okay.
it's much more direct than Quest for Glory 5, but I like Quest for Glory 5's way much better. The whole Graham is just too greedy and the door closes on him. I'm like, see, that's much better.
I don't like how it's a time limit to pick up the two things right next to you really quickly.
That part's annoying, absolutely. But the element of it for how it kills you if you pick everything else up, that makes perfect sense.
Yes, absolutely.
Honestly, I don't know why Graham would ever care about treasure, considering he's got a chest at home that gives him infinite gold.
He forgot about it.
Yeah! He forgets about it a lot.
the mirror is the only thing that matters. Doesn't use the shield when there's a dragon attacking his lands.
Nope. I mean, I
No.
have to assume...
I don't want to.
I have to assume, like, the shield is limited to, like, physical danger and, like, magical, like, a dragon's fire weapon could get past it.
There's an
Plus, there's only the
enchanter.
one.
No,
He
there's
gets-
an enchanter and one that it works against.
That's true, yeah. So it's like, I guess not. But
There it is. Okay.
Right on pound it.
there it is.
I had so much trouble finding the window to look at this table in this room,
Yep. It's...
and the
under
cursor doesn't make it look like you can.
Yep.
Yeah, you can look at things during cutscenes.
Oh my god.
It's actually not a text file. It's in a script file, and it's
Right.
the Unix script file. So yeah, that's the one.
So yeah, it's the table in the guard room after the harem,
Mhm.
where you're scripted to sneak around a very specific path.
Yeah, that whole room is that's why I was telling Kara if that was honestly his first choice,
Well,
and
they have all the
RNG
saves now.
wasn't around. If RNG was involved, okay, the RNG's a jackass. But if that was his honest first choice, like he
Alright.
chose that, he's evil.
Do you have time for another one, Reynold? 'Cause-
I think I have time for one more, which
Alright.
is great. We got
Alright.
2 Razir lines. It's great.
Good. The next line is, "Hello, my name is Ego Montoya. You spill my water. Prepare to dry."
That
Gee,
is
I wonder what that's
delightful.
a reference to.
And now you have all of Rasir to look for it.
And then we won't be able to use it next time.
I have too many thief-required Rasir things, so we're gonna have to do these in some way. But I needed to get this one in at least. Yeah, I don't think anybody has ever seen this text box before, Retro Gamer Dad. I would be very surprised.
Read it again.
Hello, my name is Ego Montoya. You spill my water. Prepare to dry.
So ego as an EGO?
Yep.
Okay, Ego Montoya.
The only time where he actually refers to himself as Ego.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Ego Montoya.
I think the text box, what it says, the quote comes from is your ego.
Mm-hmm.
Because in this game, if they're dialogue, then it tells you who's saying it.
I think the only other usage of ego in the proper linguistic terms in the game, if I remember correctly, is there's a moment that Peepon mentions Aziza in that fashion, like you need to make a final bow before Auntie Azizi's alter ego or something like that. I remember that distantly, but I don't remember the exact line. I think it's that, but yeah, that's the only other case I can think of the usage of ego other than the programming term.
So
I can tell you, Lady Meta Knight, King's Quest V. I know a lot of people who that's actually their favorite in the series. It
has charm.
Yeah. I've actually had debates with some friends who actually will debate 5 over 6 with me, and I'm like,
if
I
you
can't agree, but I want to try and understand it.
if you make the thief sign on the second day of Razir, is that already too late to be able to do the break-in?
It is not. I showed the sign and that was good enough.
Okay.
You just have to wait until night after you give the clothes to the.
Yeah, it's terrible. It is terribly terrible.
Go back to the end and then wait around again.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. 5 versus 6. I feel like 5 it has a more natural feeling to the artwork, but I think that's mostly just because 6 is so wacky in comparison.
It is pretty wacky. That is true.
The thing about 5 is, despite having massive disparity in biomes, I mean, you literally go from a desert area to the top of the mountains, which is ridiculous, but it still does feel relatively natural. It does feel like, areas that are more or less kind of make sense in reality, but then you've got basically 2 entire islands that are basically just chaos. One's chaos magic and one's curse magic. And it's all just kind of nuts and sick.
And it all looks good unless you're playing the NES version like David will be doing.
Oh god. I pity him so much. I do.
No.
I never actually owned that. I did have an NES growing up, and King's Quest V was one of the first adventure games I ever played when my family got a 286-16. And I have very specific memories of that version of King's Quest V. Like, if you play the more recent versions and the talkie version, all the dialogue boxes are framed boxes. But back in the old non-talkie disc version, the animals had like this kind of bubble, like rising circular bubble that grew up and showed them zoomed in. And that was, I like that subtle difference for like the mouse and the queen bee and King Antony. But the NES version is just god awful.
Well,
that's
I'm
interesting.
I'm not entirely certain which is worse: Master System King's Quest 1 or NES King's Quest 5. That's a legitimate debate, I think.
If you drop your water skin and pick it up again, it's out of water. It's empty.
Huh.
You dropped it with the cap open.
I guess so.
The hero is not smart. Your intelligence is too low.
Oh, wait.
Is this this is Brazier specific?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot encounter this in Shapir.
Correct.
Okay, so the phrase again is...
Hello. My name is Ego Montoya. You spill my water. Prepare to dry.
I forgot that the Brazier cards say, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a dumb one.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, everyone should remember, as bad as Hero U is with the puns, and a lot of that is Josh Mandel, it's not just him for the entirety of all things Quest for Glory interrelated. The Coles can be pretty punny themselves.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. You can just look at stuff
and
doing
Kashkari
scenes.
has wrapped his Hero U stream. No, Lady Meta Knight. Josh Mandel basically was writing assistants for Hero U, so he punched up a lot of the dialogue and wrote a lot of the documentation and the look elements. A lot of the text in Hero U is Josh Mandel, and as a result, when the Coles told him to be a little punny, they forgot Josh has a background in improv and comedy, and so when they told him to be punny, he turned it to 27. On a scale of 1 to 10, he went to 27. They are many and multiple in Hero U.
Look, clothes. You don't see any here.
Well,
Yeah, it's way above even Space Quest 6.
The item clothes that you already gave away.
Hello, my name is Ego Montoya. You spilled my water. Prepare to dry?
Yep.
Yep.
We're probably gonna need to do a hint at some point if Reynolds has to go.
I'll give it another, until 15 after.
Wait, you don't actually have to have any water skins in your inventory to do the pour water on self?
I think you, as long as you have the magic water skin, you can still.
2 empty
Pour
water
water on
skins.
yourself.
So you can't drink it, but you can pour it on yourself.
I mean,
How do you do that? I'm not
probably-
familiar with that.
It's just pour water on self while you're in the fire room.
Yep. It's
Oh,
a
in
lot
the
of people-
fire room, I see.
Yeah, a lot of people don't bother because once you master the path, it's kind of irrelevant. But if you're ever
He ran
not
out. He still ran
careful.
out.
You know,
Yeah,
Okay, good.
I dropped the water elemental water skin.
oh god,
Oh, okay.
that's not going to end well. I hope that's one of those cases where the game just
There it
pretends you
is.
have it anyway.
Oh yeah, it totally does. Like the even 100% for this game doesn't pick up the water elemental from the ground in the water plaza in the fountain plaza. It is
So-
not worth
so
any
that-
points, and it doesn't check it at the end. So there's no reason to get it. You just
So that's
put it.
That's 2 out of 5 Quest for Glories where the quote-unquote final item is not actually necessary. The water elemental for the ending cutscene in 2 and the essence ritual in getting to the final cave in Quest for Glory 4.
It looks like Crow has managed to make it think that he doesn't have any water anyway.
You know.
Alas, you are out of water. Okay.
Does the caged beast have a water dish you can spill? Maybe, but we are in Rasir specifically. They have been told that this line is in Rasir somewhere. Because it would be so annoying if you had the entire game to look for it. That's alright. You weren't here earlier when we went over the rules. Wish for water. I like that one.
I find it hilarious that the Genie is able to suddenly make you more capable of physical exertion, communication, so many skills, but he can't manufacture a tiny cup of water. I mean,
Not a
seriously,
water
dude?
That's a completely different school of magic.
He's not a
That's
water
true.
elemental.
Hydromancy is not skillmancy.
Exactly.
Or I guess that would be skullamancy.
Hello. My name is Ego Montoya. You spilled my water. Prepare to dry. Stop saying that!
You gotta be sneaking, I think, Crow.
Every time I hear the line again or think of the line again, it's like, no, this is actually great. This is amazing.
That's what I was waiting for. Every time he was repeating it, everyone asked him to refresh the line. I was waiting for one of you to respond back. Stop saying that!
Yes. With 5 minutes left, I think I would like a hint.
Okay. This is actually the event hint. So the hint is whatever the banner was for the event.
How do you do this?
Doesn't the eunuch have to be on the right side? I don't think that you can do it while he's on the left.
Okay.
I remember that people were poking around with what is necessary for getting the eunuch to be dealt with, and it's much more fidgety than a lot of people think.
Yeah.
What? I was pressing the arrow keys and nothing was happening. There we go. Now it's doing the thing. Now we're not doing anything? What? Why are we
Arcade difficulty on
I
Yeah.
it's
Wait,
easy.
what on earth?
No, I mean the arrows are doing nothing. I'm pressing the arrow keys and nothing's happening.
Yeah, I know.
Did you just see what I did?
I saw part of it. I'm not sure what's going on with Crow's screen. Either of them, like both of their games are breaking hard at this point.
Well,
I think
so
the games-
clicking
The
clicking
games themselves
seems
are
to work.
saying it's time to go.
Here we go. Okay.
Yeah. That's great. Okay. Don't worry about that. We'll fix it in the next version.
So now it's not a question of who has to leave first. It's a question of whose game is going to catastrophically fail first.
Crow still didn't even make it, even though he was there at the right time. It's so weird.
I mean, if you are Thiefly, if I remember correctly, if you're in the right position, you can actually kill the eunuch, but it's very difficult to pull off.
I've never never heard that one before. That sounds crazy to me.
I seem to remember someone figured a specific spot where you can throw the dagger at the eunuch and kill him without anyone noticing, but it's like a very specific spot. I'd have to look that up because it's been a very long time.
Dang,
So-
since I played that thoroughly.
Is this interactive thing here?
No.
Okay, good. So I have no idea how to do this room.
Well, this room you don't do anything. It's just a cutscene.
Okay.
But the next room is you just move from spot to spot.
I was actually kind of
Yeah.
hoping there was a glass of water in this room to knock over.
So rude to the harem. What is going on with your game right now? Like,
What's going on is that it gets in this weird state where pressing left does nothing. I have to click, and then that kind of unlocks my character, and then I can start moving
left.
again.
it's up.
No, up and down cause you to lean left or right.
No.
Because I press left and I step forward, left and I step forward, left and I step forward, right and I steady my stance. But then occasionally I get in the state where now left does nothing.
Have you tried turning down your speed?
Yes, I have, and it
Okay.
still seems to be doing the same thing. I'm now 4 ticks down from max speed.
That's
pretty-
interesting.
So right now I'm in that state where left does nothing. If I click and then I almost lose balance, then I can step forward again, except now I can't. I don't understand what's going on here.
Am I supposed to be able
Mine-
to do something?
You sneak behind the fountain and then to the table and then.
Right, but that would require that I have control.
An-
Oh,
yeah,
now I'm dead.
A non-dragon face.
Weird.
I'm
I have
telling you,
no
it's-
idea
the
what
game's
happened there.
dividing them at this point.
Okay.
Okay, my speed running glitchless notes for this just say hold left.
Yes, but
Use
if
rope,
I
hold left.
right, but if you lose balance, you have to use right to steady yourself.
No, not right,
Should
left.
You should never lose balance on easiest.
I'm not even getting there. I just have no control once I enter the room where I'm
Okay.
apparently supposed to
You
sneak
can
around the
sneak
eunuch.
before you go in the room.
Oh. But I snuck before I entered this
Well,
room. Why would it have
yes.
changed?
I don't know, but it did. You do need that rope, Crow.
Nah. This'll
Alright.
this'll get me to the other thing, right?
No, you're already in this sequence. You only go to Kaveen if you don't have the rope before entering.
Right, that's why I was trying to drop
Yeah.
the rope before doing the
It's
uh
the rope.
before entering the like after going up before well, whatever. Okay.
If I remember correct, actually that might be a DMW. If I remember correctly,
Yeah, so
I remember talking about this with the AGDs. Is that you can only go this route as a thief if you have the magic rope and one dagger. But if you only have one dagger, that's not enough, and you'll be stuck. You will be in a dead man walking situation.
You do need.
They
two
rigged it in the remake version that you have to have enough daggers.
yeah, I have it's at the easiest difficulty, and
and you just hold left, and it still makes you fall.
yes, and when I use right to steady myself, it
Oh, you
locks
don't
me out of
want-
moving.
I think it does have an agility requirement. What's your agility?
I would assume so.
Let's see here. My agility at the start.
You might have to suck a blue frog.
Is,
Yeah,
I put
here it
all,
comes.
I put all points into agility.
And
Ah! And it
pressed the wrong
crashed.
button.
And it crashed.
I pressed the wrong button, I think.
That's just Crow on the screen now. Alright.
Nope. Okay. What's the shortcut for setting your stats? I can't remember.
I don't know it.
I have not done this in forever.
Alt S, I believe.
Because Alt X killed the game.
I did wish for agility before going into
Then I believe it's Alt K.
I think that's enough.
Okay, Alt S is let me see all the actors. Alt A doesn't do it.
It's Alt K.
Yeah. I don't wish for anything other than.
What was it? 3? No, that's not it.
So if you have it back to the genie's room, you can just wish for agility and then get there.
Okay. Just do this.
I'm getting a lot of
It's
left.
2. Okay. We got there.
Hey, Dark Armist. It's well,
Just about to wrap up.
going.
We rolled 2 lines basically near the end of the game.
The RNG was sadistic, and now the games themselves are fighting back. by
So the
trying to
phrase
crash.
is what again?
Hello, my name is Eigo Montoya. You spill my water. Prepare to dry.
You spill my water. Okay.
What's this? Yeah. Although I realized maybe I should have done that to...
Let's hope you saved your game recently.
Wait a second. Do this again.
Wait.
So now that you're both here, I can confirm it's in text file 490, which is labeled outside the ritual chamber. So yes,
Well,
you're both in the
yeah.
correct area.
That was the hint.
Yeah.
This is the screen that hint was on.
Yeah. I love that you guys are like a half measure out of sync for your
They're
music.
Oh, yeah. On the stream, I'm only
let's-
playing Crow's music.
Whatever.
Tell about father. All right, do we need more hints?
Moon. How do you do this game?
Yeah, the thief sequence at the end is definitely the most awkward out of all.
Oh yeah,
of them all.
it is jank. I think the AGDs didn't even clean it up all that much. They just made it a little bit smoother.
It says duck and move right, pressing down to duck. You need to lower the speed by 2 steps, or else he will always kill you.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't actually do this on fastest unless you're like perfect, I think.
Pass level.
They both got one of the other lines that was on this. Which
There
is
you go.
Water on the candle. You can just press down to duck. You don't have to type out duck for that.
What? Okay.
You can just press down to duck, yeah. Then move a little bit.
Uh-oh. Am I going to get bonked here?
Well,
Like you need to take like 2 steps and then duck and then yeah.
oh, that works.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have to dodge all of his shots while you slowly take your way.
But why would ducking dodge his shots?
Because he's aiming at your chest.
Yep.
Why would he do that? What would
Because he's an
possibly
arrogant
possess him to do that after you duck from the first shot?
No, you
Because
can
he's
just
an
be
arrogant
careful.
asshole.
Well, it's getting late enough that I do think I have to call it.
Okay.
All right.
No. You can get this as long as I tell you the other text line,
Sure.
which is what was in the hint. It's ha! You think to win this campaign by slinging mud?
Yep.
Right, but the problem is wait, do I?
You killed him with it.
I did. I did. I can win this campaign by slinging mud.
My character just stood up right before Radavis threw the fireball.
There it is.
All right,
there it is.
Okay.
Got it.
All right. So how do you trigger that?
Reynold.
You throw mud at him.
Okay.
Why?
Your ego says, "Hello, because he spilt your water. Prepare to dry. You're trying to dry him out with the mud."
What? I don't understand.
It is one of those that it's
A
just
really
a reference
dumb
for the
joke.
sake of being a reference.
Yes,
It's really not funny when you think about it with any level of intensity.
which is why I included the next line if you click through as the hint. Oh, well, not that part.
Yep. Well, that was fun, but it didn't seem to have much effect. Yeah.
You think to win this?
This is a great line right here. I love
Yeah.
this.
I do love
Yeah.
it, but it was too
The-
obvious.
The interesting thing, the
And other
interesting
line was
thing,
funnier.
the
itself.
first line that he told you, we avoided telling you that because it would kind of spell out where it is and how to get it. But the line that's after this in the text file is actually the spell on the room prevents the powder from igniting. So
That's
this room
how I
did
hear it.
plan for a lot of stuff you could use other than daggers on Adavis.
My spreadsheet for this specifically says, for this and only this line, if they need a hint, give them the other text line.
Yeah,
Which one?
exactly.
You can win this campaign by slinging mud.
Yep,
Alright.
there it is. That's the second. That's the other line. Yep.
Wow.
This
Alright.
room is fairly well.
There's a lot. There's
It's-
a lot.
it's
in this
very- yeah.
game. In the
There-
game
there's
in
a lot of
general.
information
That's
in
why
here.
That's why we're doing this.
Dealing with the room's a royal pain, but
We're definitely calling it here because Reynold
Okay.
needs to go.
Yep. Sounds good.
Reynold, you did beat Crow.
woo!
Hooray.
Imagine that. Crow had 5. Reynold had 1, 2.
That's about 4 more than I was expecting to get.
Reynold had 13. Good job.
We
We didn't
All
get to
right.
everything, but at least one of them would have taken like another 30 minutes.
I still
Oh, I bet.
I still stand by my personal opinion that which one of my favorites of Quest for Glory splits between 2 and 4, depending on when you ask me. But after watching this, I think 4 might be in the lead for at least a couple of weeks.
All right.
4 is more fun to play, I think, but 2
Yeah.
has so
I'll-
much content in it.
Oh yeah, I'll have a
Right.
memory of.
I gotta run. I'll
the
see you
days-
guys later.
Bye-bye.
I'll have a moment of memory for back when I was in college and first got my hands on Quest for Glory games, and that was just before New Rising Sun was on the scene. So I was stuck with slowdown utilities and 47 and 52 popping up constantly, no matter what I did. And sooner or later, that PTSD is going to hit me, and then 2 will be back in the lead again. At least
All right.
until October. Shadows wins October. Period. That's not even a contest.
What are you gonna say, Crow?
I just said, all right.
All right, yeah. Well, there's nobody else here, so I guess we're stopping for now.
Yeah, hard to race without a competitor.
Do you want the next one?
Not really. I'm good.
No, I don't think so. What do I do with all the rest of these thief-only lines and receipts?
Obviously, there'll be another one coming in the future.
Not super likely. The biggest problem is probably that he can't really assign it for a next time, or else only Reynold and I would be set up with the save file to do any of it.
To be fair, yeah.
You know, you could do what Space Quest Historian does for the Space Quest Olympics, which is basically set up save files in
Mhm.
advance, and
Yeah, the
everyone has
pro-
to use them.
It's really awkward to
problem
do
is-
that with the DOS games.
That's true.
It's actually not that bad for Quest for Glory 5, and I did do that for that, but this game it's kind of weird.
The
Yeah.
problem with it is I would have to put a save on every room, because if I just put a save on starting at Rasir, you then have to wait 5 minutes at the start of Rasir to do anything.
Yep. Exactly.
And there are lines that require before that, I'm pretty sure.
I think SQH uses ScumVM to bypass that issue, which
I think what I'll do,
speedrunners don't much care for that
what I'll do is
for obvious reasons.
I'll take some of the generic lines and have that be the warm-up round. Because I have a lot of generic lines. So we'll just do another Thief round, have some generic ones in Shapir, and then come back to Rasir and do the rest.
Okay.
Something like that. I'll figure it out.
There you go.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody.
Mhm.
I think we're gonna close out here.
Thanks for hosting.
Glad I could drop in for the last hour or so.
You were here for a while. That's fine. You did good commentary.
Thanks.
All right. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye.
Later.